2 weeks actually. After work, I've been doing 2 laps, and on those laps, sometimes we see koalas, sometimes we see kangaroos. So I'm excited. Last week, I saw koalas twice actually, and one afternoon I saw them like twice, or even 3 times. So anyway, maybe 3. And then one afternoon I saw kangaroos. So yeah, I'm excited. So it is all paved. It's a new track that's opened up just recently in southeast Queensland. I'm in Australia. This is summer. Man, it is such a beautiful day today. A few clouds in the sky, but nothing much. It's been beautiful all day. It's been a beautiful day. I seriously didn't want to go to work today. I was like, oh, this is a beautiful day not to go to work. But we went to work, and now we're going for a walk. Feels nice. I think why I'm starting to like this walk is because I'm normally walking on the beach with just my bare feet. And when I'm walking, oh my gosh, look at these little birdies. Look at them all. Oh, they're really cute. What are they? Oh my God, they're cute. There is so many birds on this walk. Let me just go back closer. Something here that they like. See, they're like really little birds. Like really, really little. I've never seen them before. So when I walk through here, there's a lot of people now bird watching through here. It's actually really, really nice to be able to see all these different birds. I've never seen a bird that, oh, they're cute. I've never seen that before. I might become a birdie. I did say that I was going to buy some binoculars, so then I can actually look up at the birds a little bit better. So up here is an osprey nest. Feel like an eagle kind of thing. That's a crow. I think everyone knows crows. But we've got some interesting animals here that aren't found anywhere else. So that's the osprey, called the eastern osprey. But we have kookaburras here. And I saw one last week sitting in here, and I heard it laugh. They make a cackling noise. Oh, hello, how you going? Who's this? XX Tribbit? Hello, it's Ribbit from TD. I don't know that. Okay, hi, how you going? I'm Dora. We're going for a walk around this. There's 2 lakes here we're going to walk around. I'm going to do 2 laps. And on that walk, we're hoping to see koalas or kangaroos or a shitload of birds, because there's a lot of birds. So I'm in southeast Queensland in Australia. So if that sounds interesting to you, hang around. So now that we're out of the sun, it gets a bit cooler in here. I had a thinner kind of like cardigan on today because it was really nice weather in the sun. But I was inside and it was quite fine. But when I came out here, I thought, you know what, when I get into the shade, it'll be cold. I'll need a bigger jacket, like something a bit warmer. And now it feels nice in here. James from Tasmania. Hey, how you going? So James, I'm in southeast Queensland. I don't live in this area, but I live in Redcliffe, which is on the coast a little bit more, about half an hour from here. I'm in Petrie. So I've just finished work, and I work here a couple of times a week. So after work, I've started doing this walk. And it's a beautiful walk. It's just opened up in the last probably 2 months. They spent a shitload of money on this path. And look, there's pros and cons, right? It costs a lot of money. And then across the road in the park, we got people homeless. But this is for people to make it accessible, for people to be able to use wheelchairs and walkers. And you see lots of kids riding bikes where their mum and dad run next to them. So you see a lot of families here, so it's kind of nice. Okay, we're looking for koalas. So in Tasmania, you would... Actually, to be honest, I never saw a koala when I was in Tasmania. Koalas in Tasmania? I don't know. I went to Tassie about 2 years ago. It was for the first time and I loved it. I mean, I don't love your weather. You can keep your weather. But I'm a hiker, so I did so much hiking around Cradle Mountain and St Clair. Is it St Clair? Yeah, St Clair. Oh, we've got some more people to the chat. No, it's James. Nice. I'm going to Broad Beach in January. Oh, cool. Are you going to, is it the Blues Festival? Is that what you're looking for? Is it the Blues Festival they have in Broad Beach? Is it a festival you're going to? You've only got kangaroos in zoos. Ah, interesting. Kangaroos didn't come over. So they're only on the mainland of Australia. There you go. Good to know. I actually didn't know that. I mean, if I thought about it more, maybe I'd probably realise that. But do you guys have kangaroos over there too? Do they hop over the border? Hop over the bight? I saw lots of wombats. I'm obsessed with wombats. They're so cute. But your wombats are a little bit different. The wombats that we have here in on Queens, in New South Wales, or should I say Victoria? My friend, she lives in the Alpine region of Victoria, and she's on a farm, and she hates the wombats because they dig holes, big burrows, and then her cows fall into the holes, and they die, and they can't get out and stuff like that. So it's really a big problem. But her wombats don't look so cute. All right, we're looking for koalas. Looking for koalas. Beautiful gum trees, eucalyptus trees here. Oh, you have kangaroos. Okay, right. Good to know. You've got the Tassie devil. Have you ever seen a Tassie devil in the wild? I never saw one in the wild. Probably not a bad thing, to be honest. But I went to, my cousin lives down there, and I visited my cousin, and I was telling her how I love wildlife, right? I don't like going to zoos. I want to see something in the wild, right? And I said, I wouldn't have minded seeing a Tassie devil. And she said, they're very hard to find, right? And she goes, unfortunately, they get more hit than seen. And she said, there's actually a really, really cool sanctuary. I can't remember the name of it. I'm sure it starts with B. Just outside of Hobart. Something really long word. And it's a sanctuary where basically it's not really a zoo. It's where all the animals are transported. You've got a whole network of people that move animals that are injured from place to place. Like, for example, if it got found up in Launceston, someone will drive it down to halfway or something, and someone will pick it up and then drive it down to Hobart. So I think you probably know the place I'm talking about. But that's where I saw the Tassie devil, and it was really interesting because it's very educational too. The education there is really, really good. I actually was meaning to donate some money to them because I think what they do is actually a really, really great cause. What they do. How you going? So there's another lake in here. So we're just coming up here on the left-hand side. There's a whole lot of eucalyptus trees where I have seen the koalas. So James, are you, oh no, sorry, is it James? Yeah, James. James, are you a content creator? Are you a watcher on YouTube? Do you post anything? I don't think I've ever seen you in any of my live streams before. I am generally a channel that posts or does videos or live streams on adventures. And I believe that every day can be an adventure. Just have to be inquisitive enough to be interested in, things and animals and get excited about life. That's a beautiful tree. Absolute beautiful tree. A whole lot of kids have been out there partying. They've got Coke cans and everything over there. Hopefully they've come, they must be on the other side painting, fishing or something like that. Painting. So we've got the North Pine River here. That's really, really good for fishing and mud crabs. You can't fish in these lakes. That's just for the animals, which is good. All right. So up here on the left is where we're going to see if we can spy a koala. It doesn't matter how many times I see koalas, I'm just always obsessed with them. It's a beautiful little river. So boats go up there, there's lots of kids fishing, or people fishing, should I say. All right, let's look for koalas. Let's look for koalas. If you're new here, this is southeast Queensland, and I'm just going for a walk after work and I'm trying to find some koalas. Now, you've got to look really high up too, because it's late in the afternoon, it's 4 o'clock. Normally around 4 o'clock, they're kind of late in the afternoon, they start waking up and they go up higher to eat some of those leaves. Otherwise, they're sleeping in the forks and they're quite camouflaged too, right? So that's sometimes hard to spot. It really is. It's not easy. But that's part of the fun, right? If it was easy to see a koala, everyone would be doing it. And we'd all be sick of them, right? They'd be just like a regular dog, just, on the street corner. I mean, not that you see dogs on the street corner. When I see one, I'll zoom in for you, okay, guys? If you're around, I'm just looking. So it is winter, so I don't mind standing in, I wouldn't go in that scrubby bit there, but it's okay to stand here. There's normally about one or two in this area. They do move around from tree to tree, but they're very, very camouflaged. I saw one in this tree the other day, and when I looked at it, it had started going right up the top. So you couldn't, and then I could walk past later on, I couldn't even see it. So they go right up the top, and it's a bit hard to see because it's very bushy. And there's a lot of trees in there too, right? So it becomes a little bit harder to see. But when you spot them, it's just like, wow. Like, wow. Oh, we've got someone else to do the chat. The Kashmir and something. Rubble. Good morning. How are you? Well, good morning to you. You're obviously in the Northern Hemisphere, in probably the UK. I'm in Australia, so it's the afternoon for us. So good morning and good afternoon all at the same time. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon here in Queensland, and we're looking for our friends, the koalas. And I call them my friends because I love finding them. And it's a bit of a treat, right? Like, you don't see them all the time. Last week I saw them about twice on my walk. It's just got to be lucky. I saw one in that big tree at the end back there too. Oh, I don't see it. Just because I don't see it doesn't mean they're here, not here, right? Because they're definitely here. There is a little population of them here. So the other day I was standing here talking to someone, and I saw one right in that one tree over the back there. I had to zoom in to show people, but it was like right at the back. Generally won't see them at the front here, but you know, never say never. Never say never. And sometimes walking around back the opposite way, sometimes you see it from different angles. You know that I've done this quite a few times, right? Oh, it's one of my favourite things to go looking for koalas. Or like animals in general, right? So this gets a bit harder. You can walk behind there, but you know, I'm also wanting to do a walk too. That's the whole idea of this, is to walk in the afternoon to get a bit of exercise. So if I keep on like just walking under trees, I'm not going to get my walk done. There's other areas, trust me. We'll see more of them, more areas. But I don't see any there. Doesn't mean they're not there though, right? All right, I'm going to keep on walking. Oh, there's another area here. Oh, some beautiful butterflies. Oh, hello, butterflies. Oh, beautiful. You're from Pakistan, cool. Follow from the island of Mauritius. Cool, you're from Mauritius. I've always wanted to go to Mauritius. What's Mauritius like? I actually had a friend that she went there because her friend won a free trip there, so she went along with her. But all she did was they just stayed at the resort, so they didn't really see much, other than obviously the beach. But I'm sure Mauritius is more than just beach, right? What else can you do in Mauritius? I would like to go one day. I'm a big fan of seeing different countries. I have this goal to see 80 countries. That's why my channel's called Explorer Dora 80. I like to explore 80 countries. I'm up to country number 62, and country number 63 will be South Africa in a couple of months, or just under, or a month and a half actually. Oh my gosh, under a month and a half. I'm very excited. So I want to see lots of really cool animals in Africa, right? And I'm also going to go see the mountain gorillas in Uganda. So I'm very, very grateful. But yeah, I'm very interested in different cultures and the people and the food, and you know, I love seeing the differences. Like, you know, I live in Australia, so I'm used to Australia, right? But there's this whole world out there of different people and cultures and languages and food. And, you know, it's good to see what else is out there. All right, let's start walking. There's another section that, there's two more sections that we could see koalas. Because I only like certain trees, right? And these trees through here, they're a bit too small. But one day they'll grow big and strong to big koala trees. You subscribed, thanks. Come one day. Oh, trust me, Well, tell me what's so good about your country. Tell me about Mauritius. I mean, I know the beach is really nice, but tell me something else. What else is really good? Tell me about Mauritius. I want to know. I'm going to Zanzibar actually when I go to Africa. And Zanzibar, I don't think will be anything like Mauritius, but kind of the same ocean, kinda. You're a little bit more in the Indian Ocean, more in the middle there. I always spot out this weed here. So, do you use castor oil? You know that oil that you can put on your body for aches and pains? A lot of people use it for natural therapy. That's a castor oil plant. The other day I was walking through here and I took a photo because I was, well, what the hell is this thing? And it's a castor oil plant. I had no idea. So, like, basically you take those little things off and you squeeze them. You've got to have lots of things to make oil, obviously. But yeah, isn't that interesting? I had no idea that castor oil came from this kind of tree. I've got an app that you can take photos of the leaves or the flowers, and then it'll tell you what the plant is. It's pretty cool. So over here you've got a whole lot of mangroves because on the other side of that is a river, another little inlet of a river. And then a little lake in the middle here. But you can't fish in this lake, you can't swim, you can't boat, anything. It's just for the animals, which is really good. So I think that's why we have a lot of birds here, because, well, people aren't playing in the water, making lots of noise. You know where it is in the Indian Ocean near Reunion Island? Yeah, I know where it is, yeah. Lots of big ocean between Indonesia and Africa. And kind of, well, on the other side of India, really, I guess, isn't it, really? Indian Africa. Let's go that, Indian Africa. Zanzibar is quite close to the mainland of Africa. Hi. Lots of people run through here. So the sun sets over this way. Or sunset over here. It's very bright. I really like this plant. I don't know exactly what it is. I took the photo the other day. It gave me a couple of options, so I'm not completely sure what it is. But it's got beautiful flowers. Beautiful flowers. I have a good news for you. Jesus Christ died for our sins and he rose from death and he will come back. You believe that? Yeah, definitely. I'm not overly religious though, but you know, I believe in all the faiths. But I think it's nice to believe in something higher than ourselves and that there's someone looking after us. To end my day, to be honest, we're doing this walk. And I always meet interesting people on this live stream. A lot of the people that I'm friends with on YouTube are in America, so they're sleeping right now. And a lot of my friends in the UK are probably just waking up. It's Monday mornings, they're going to work. So I don't normally get a lot of people joining me in the afternoons for a live stream, but it doesn't mean like, I just want to do live streams when my friends are online. I love my friends, but in the afternoon I get to meet new people. It's always interesting to meet new people. And it's also interesting to meet my friends, talk to my friends. I have a few Australians friends that do YouTube or that watch YouTube channels. So sometimes they pop on and say hello. It's eucalyptus trees, yes it is. They're the trees that the koalas like. Eucalyptus trees. Are you going to tell me about Mauritius? And why, what's so good about Mauritius? Why should someone come to Mauritius? I can see a pelican over here. I'm slightly obsessed with pelicans. In the mornings I go for a walk on the beach and there's often pelicans. You're not going to see this, there's a pelican there. But it's too bright. Too bright. This tree here on the right hand side is not a normal tree that I'd ever see a koala in, but there was a koala in there the other day. Not in there anymore though. I don't always go back to the same tree. Sometimes I do. Most times I don't. There's no koala up there. Okay, there's another section here on the left hand side coming up. Oh, there he is. There's hello pelican. They're such graceful animals. They're big birds. So interesting when they fly. Very cute. It's very beautiful. Oops. It's nice and quiet in here. Ooh. I don't put people on my YouTube channel that are just walking towards me, so I'm going to let you look at my feet for a bit. Or you can look over this way. These are baby eucalyptus trees. Different varieties and different trees. Hello, how are you going? Actually surprising today that you haven't seen anyone with binoculars. You normally see people with binoculars or those big giant ass lenses. So this area here, That tree there I've seen a koala in. So let's have a bit of a scan through here. What I'm actually interested in seeing, right, is in the afternoon, around dusk, so like around 5 o'clock is when the sun sets. It gets a bit later, and that's when the koalas will actually come down on the ground and they'll move around to the next tree. I've yet to see that. So I have been here late in the afternoons walking around. Nope, no koala. No koala. Doesn't mean that I won't see one. So my second lap the other day, I saw a koala. So it's interesting because sometimes they might not go down the ground, but they'll jump to another tree. So in that area, the first area, there's quite a lot of trees packed together, so they can easily jump from one tree to another because it's safer, right? If they go down the ground, a dog could get them or something. So they're very smart. And you're not supposed to bring dogs in here, but people do. I don't know why they don't have a big sign that says no dogs. The sign's very little, so I don't really blame the people for bringing dogs in here because they don't actually know. Okay, let's just finish this lap off and then go around again. And sometimes that changes things, right? Like I said, nothing's lost because on my second lap last week, I found another one. I saw one. I do need to go past my car. That's probably lap one. I'm going to get a drink of water. I'm not carrying a drink of water with me this afternoon. And even though it's kind of winter, you do get thirsty. Always like to cop a feel. Interesting tree. Very interesting. Message retracted. So you hear those beeping sounds? That's from the train station. There's a train station nearby. So it's 4:21. Let's start walking. I've done a kilometre because the they've got signs on the ground that says 2,100 metres, which is 2 k's, 2 kilometres. Not that it's a race to do how many kilometres a day, but I don't generally exercise in the afternoon. I generally exercise in the morning. It's always good to exercise in the morning. And it just sets the day right? So I've been adding this walk in the afternoon for the last 3 weeks, a couple times a week, just because it's nice to do something different, just different, because I've been walking on the beach. Walking on the beach is different to walking on concrete, right? And then, there's some ducks in here. And then on Friday I went for a little bit of a hike on different ground. So it's really good to do walk in different terrains. I would actually like to go actually climbing. But I don't know when I can do that. Maybe Thursday afternoon. Got a lot of mountains near us. The Glasshouse Mountains. They've got some really good climbing mountains to climb. I'm not like a hardcore climber. If you don't see a koala, here's a little one to show you. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I might go do Mount Gungun. I love Mount Gungun. Mount Gungun is probably like the most accessible mountain to climb in the Glasshouse Mountains. It's not overly hard. It's not, technical or anything like that. You're not like swinging in the air or anything like that. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. Because I haven't actually done any mountains for a while. I don't even know if I've done that this year, to be honest. Have I done it this year? I don't know. I don't know. So that guy's the second time I've seen him run past me. So a lot of people just go around here laps and laps and laps. So we're about to walk out of this park, through the car park, and on the other side of this is the Sunshine Coast University. Even though we're not on the Sunshine Coast, we're in Petrie. They have a campus here called the Sunshine Coast Uni. And then behind that is the train station. So you don't need a car to get here. Catch a train and walk through here. So I've done the long version, but you can just park in this car park and just come through here and just do one lap. And it's only like 900 metres, so just under a K. But if you do the whole one, it's longer. Because there's a second lake there. Oh, there's a lot of ducks in there over there. Look at all those ducks. Lots of ducks. Hi, the Make 85. How are you? There's a random scooter there. I'd say that's someone's broken it and they've just chucked it there. So I'm going to walk back out to the car park. This is the first car park. I'm parked around the other side where there's barbecues and toilets. This car park doesn't have anything facility-wise other than a car park. And then we're going to do another lap. And you never know your luck. We might see a koala. And you're like, well, you didn't see one on your first lap, so why would you see one on the second lap? Well, interesting you say that, because sometimes koalas move. As in, like, they'll go to the next tree, and then they're spotted. So last week, I think it was Thursday, I walked through here and I saw a koala on the second walk, and he wasn't there the first time. So, yeah, they sometimes jump over to the other tree limb, eat those other branches out. These are cute little flowers. I really like those flowers. Pretty colours, eh? These are all trees will bush up quite nicely, I reckon, in a year or so. It'll be very different. So this has only been open for about a month, 2 months? 2 months, probably 2 months. So these will all grow. These Banksias, grevilleas. I'm not sure what that is. Don't know. Yeah, so this is the car park, the normal car park. And I'm parked a bit further over where there's kind of a sporting ground, toilets, barbecues, playground. There's even a water park. It's free. It's not like rides or anything, but just water spouting up that you can run through. It's even open in winter. I've seen people in there, running around there in winter. It's a beautiful afternoon. It's an amazing winter day, right? Very nice winter day. I'm not sure what this is called. Again, I don't know. So I know it's a native of some description, but just not sure exactly what. My sister's coming up in a couple of months, or no, next month. And she's really into native plants. She knows all the native plants. So I'll take her for a walk through here and I'll hope to retain some of the information. That way when I do a live stream, I'll be able to say, oh, that is that. That is that. I don't know. I mean, I know a few things, but I don't know a lot. And that's okay. I'm definitely more into growing vegetables and fruit trees than growing natives. But though, in saying that, you should grow natives because it's really good for the environment. Good for the birds. All right, we're going to head back to the car. We're going to walk past the car and then we'll do another lap. We're going to get a drink of water out of the car and then do another lap. If you want to join, join. If you don't, don't. Oh, we've got someone. Hey there, how are you? Hey Nicholas, how you going, buddy? Yoda. How's your day been? Nicholas is a mate that I've met here on YouTube. Oh wow, look, that's my car but in black. I like it. I've always liked black cars, but the only thing about black cars is they get dirty. And you should see how dirty my car is at the moment. Wow, it looks quite nice in black. Very sexy. Sexy, sexy. Oh, they've coloured in their little Subaru badge. I got no notification again that you were online. Weather has been very kind today in Victoria. Oh, that's good. Better than not being kind, right? Oh, hello, bird. Oh, look, Kookaburra. Hello, Kookaburra. That's a kookaburra, guys, if you're from a different country. You don't find kookaburras in I don't believe you don't find kookaburras in any other country. They're solely found in Australia. They're the weirdest animal. They have this cackling laugh. You might make the... I do like this walk because of all the different birds you can see. All right. We need water, guys. Water. So that's the uni, Sunshine Coast University, they call it. I need water. All right, I'm not going to take the water bottle with me. I'm just going to have a drink. Whew. Obviously, I'm thirsty. Just drank all of that. Whew. All right. Okay, round 2. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Bronco. Oh, he's not making lots of noise, but he's making a bit of a noise. Yeah, it's such a cool bird, eh? They are so cool. When they start hackling away, yeah, I'm not even going to try. What happened to the tree? Weird. La, la. Okay, so did you go outside today, Nicholas? What did you get up to today? Are you recovered yet from your ordeal with your collapsed lung? How does that get better? I think it just gets better over time, doesn't it? La la la. La la la. La la. All right, so we're starting at 0M. Oh, look at all the traffic going home. I can go home that way or I can go that way. So it's I'm in the middle here. So I can go left or right. But if I went that way, right, there's a heap of traffic. A heap of traffic. So I always go home that way. Maddie! Hey Maddie, how you going? I found a new hobby. Oh, I'm wondering what the new hobby is. I'm still recovering. You're still recovering? Oh. So what does that mean? As in like, you're still finding it hard to breathe? Or it hurts in your chest? Tell us the symptoms. What's going on? And Maddie, what's your new hobby? I mean, I know you like diamond art because I met you on Relaxing with Mel, or Mel Runs Things. Is it Mel? No, Relaxing with Mel. Are you still Relaxing with Mel? I caught her on a live stream the other day, actually. Or was it a live? No, she wasn't a live stream. It was a video. She doesn't do as many lives anymore. Are you guys still catching up a bit and doing diamond art together? There's all these little birds. When I came through it when I first started, there's so many of these little birds. They're so cute. I don't know what they are. They're so cute. May loves her animals. I won't be get that close. Let me just zoom in for you. It's a whole little birds. Really, really little birds. Metal stamping. Okay. What do you mean by metal stamping? Tell us what that means. Metal stamping. What does that mean, Maddie? The left lung had too much fluid in it. When I sleep, it fills. They have repaired it, but it's a slow process. So what does that mean for you though? Like, is it hard to breathe? Is it like, it's hard to catch your breath kind of thing? Obviously you're not walking around too much, because if your lungs not working that great, that means it's harder to kind of get air and, you know, like breathe and get air, right? I don't really know too much about it, to be honest, but Yeah, what do you feel? I stamp metal. You stamp metal. What do you mean you stamp metal? With like a hot metal, like hot iron? Like it's not, metal's like, that's metal. Like stamp it with like what? An ink pad? That's not going to stay. What are you stamping with it to make it stay on there? Okay. Some ducks, Maddie. Look, Maddie. Ducks. Maddie loves the ducks like I do. Here's some ducks. And some more ducks. I'm having a ventilation machine at night when required. Yuck. Okay, like a cat, like a sea cat machine kind of thing to help you get more air into your lungs. Oh, sounds like a slow process. Sounds like you'd probably be tired a bit. You spend a lot of time sleeping kind of thing. What have you been getting up to through the day? "350 metres. Oh, look at these birds. They love this tree. They love this tree. Look at this. Doesn't see anything. You zoom in, look at all the trees. See those birds there? They're cormorants. There's like a whole lot of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them sitting there. Maybe you can't see them, they're very dark. But yeah, they're always on that tree. I don't know what it is that they love that tree. There was a guy there taking photos of them the other day. It's a good opportunity for me walking through here to do some deep breathing, right? Like breathe in, breathe out. You really don't, in our day-to-day life, we don't breathe heavy enough and deep enough. I've got Pilates again tomorrow, guys. So I won't be back on Tuesdays and Friday mornings, back to Pilates. My Pilates teacher's had a bit of a break, so that's been nice for her. So yeah, back to Pilates tomorrow. Can't wait, I love Pilates. It's good to do other exercises other than walking, right? And that's why I've started doing a bit of strength training too. And I need to start incorporating like doing heavier weights. And I can't wait to do boxing again. But right now, can't really put the boxing bag up. Absolutely love boxing. But till then, I'm going to do some deep breathing. I've got some bush turkeys up here. Home improvements, directing through, what? Directing through the trades. What's that mean? Directing through the trades. Oh, okay, as in like you're getting some home renos done at your house, sorting out the tradesmen. You're project managing. There's some good old bush turkeys. What's that say? I went to a hotel to recover, and after 3 days I thought I'd go to my own home and bed. Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense, doesn't it? Urban cowboy. I love watching girls at the gym. Okay, that's good. I don't mind perving on guys at the gym. I had a tornado touch down close to my house today. Oh crap. That's not. Oh, that's pretty hardcore. So Maddie's in Arizona. No, you're in Arizona? Yeah, you're in Arizona. The state of Arizona. I think you're in Sedona or something. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. But you're in Arizona. Okay, so was anyone hurt? Anyone injured in the tornado? I used to have a friend in Scottsdale in Arizona. And I did a bit of research because I was going to actually visit him in Arizona, in Scottsdale, and do a bit of hiking and stuff like that. I'm really interested in doing some of the, what do you call it, canyons, the slot canyons. But they're mainly in Utah. So you're the project manager. Yep, Maddie is that near Dallas. I saw the news of fires and floods somewhere. Oh, okay. Fires and floods. Didn't know that. Maddie, are you up early or you haven't gone to bed? Because Maddie, it must be like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. All right, we're doing the second lake and we're going to come across the koalas on the left-hand side here. Hopefully we'll see one. Last week on my second lap on Thursday, I saw one. The first lap I didn't see it. The second lap I did. I think he jumped there. He wanted to give me something to see. It's like, oh, she's walked around once. Let's show her face. Let's show her koala. I really find a lot of solace walking through these kind of places with big gum trees and eucalyptus trees. I know I'm kind of close I'm in suburbia, right? But kind of, on the outskirts just here. It's really good that, I think this is, I don't know, is this public land or private land? I'm not completely sure. I think this might actually be private land. And the university have turned into a walking track. Maybe that's why there's no barbecues here. Because there is no barbecues. Oh, there's barbecues in the other bit. I don't know, I'm just talking shit, no idea. There's the kids playing, like fishing over there. They've got Coke bottles and their rubbish all around the place. Here's the kids, they're crabbing. I'll put the camera down so that we don't film young kids. Have you been finding any crabs?
Just one.
Yeah? A mud crab?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. The kids had like muddy feet. They've been out in the mud in the river there. Mud crabs are so tasty. Are you a fan of mud crabs, Nicholas? Maddie, I don't know, are you a fan of seafood? For some reason I think you're not. I don't know why I think that. All right, let's look again. Take 2 for the koalas. I love mud crabs. Chili mud crab is like my ultimate fave. Chili mud crab, yum. Absolute yum. Maddie, have you been on my live stream when we've seen koalas? I think you have, haven't you? Maybe not this park, but the other park that I go to. We have a few more people in here. Dora, hold on. Urban Cowboys in Missouri. Dora, you've chosen a black kitchen handles for the whole kitchen. I got the idea from your kitchen. Yeah, good on you. Yeah, look good, eh? Well, thanks to Diego. Matte finish, yeah, that's good. Are they free? I don't know what you're talking about. Mud crabs? Yeah, they are free. You got to catch them though. They can't mud crab there. Sorry, I'm getting ready for bed. Wow, Maddie, you're up early. I mean, you're up late. Okay. So anyway, guys, we're looking up for koalas. This is my second lap through. I didn't see them the first time. Doesn't mean you're not going to see them the second time. Because this is when they start being a little bit more active. They start moving around. They go climbing up and down. And there's a couple of times I've seen them jump from tree to tree. It's got to be close. They're not going to jump from that tree to that tree, right? They'll have to come down. Where are you? Where are you? Now it's getting darker, so it's getting a little harder to see. It's part of the fun, right? Part of the fun. And I always say this, like, I'm not that upset if I don't find one, right? I mean, I'm more upset because sometimes certain people are in the live stream. Like, I mean, Nicholas, you've seen them, many times. Maddie, I think, has seen them before. But like the other day, I was on a live stream and I met some new guy, Raven, from New York. And I was talking about it to him. He's like, oh, I'd love to see a koala. And I couldn't find one. So that was a bit disappointing. And then the next day, I was walking down here again and he joined. And guess what? We saw one. He's like, oh my God, my first koala. So it was pretty cool. That's pretty cool to be able to do that for someone. Stranger on the other side of the world. Got to see a koala through the eyes of my camera. So as I said, I'm not upset, but I always like to look, right? I'm going to have a good old look. I'm just going to have a scan. Some people are not that interested in it, and I'm like, I am though. I know I should be walking around this, that's the whole idea of this, to get exercise. But all right, keep going. There's a couple of more areas yet to see. I've never seen them in here, but I don't know why I haven't, but look up high, you never know. All right, let's keep walking. Let's get some speed up. Oh, it's only 11:50 p.m. here. Really? Oh, why do I think it's later than that, Maddie? Okay, that's not that late, I guess. It is 5 o'clock here in the afternoon on Monday morning afternoon. So it's nearly Monday for you. Nicholas got here, yeah, koalas. I've been several times. We should start naming them and do a koala count. That'd be funny. Yeah, the only thing is you just don't know who's who, right? Who's who in the zoo. All right, we're about to go around this guy. I've done my dawdling.
Daniel helped sort out the ownership of the firewall or something? Yeah.
We'll see the sunset probably in about 5 minutes, I'd say. About 5 o'clock the sun sets. All right, we've got some speed up now, guys. Without running, but we've got some speed up. Probably for the camera, it probably shakes the hell out of it, but you know. I'm not here to be a cinematic live streamer. Just here to show you where I am. Oh, they've taken that sign. I don't know what happened to the sign. There was a sign on that. It's weird. Interesting. I don't know who's there to listen, but I was watching Chile in Madura. Is that where you are? You're in Madura. I was listening to one of my friends, Coach Mean Reen. She's from America. And Red's Room. I don't know if you know those two. They're around a bit. They sometimes jump into my chat. Sometimes I'm in their chat. Sometimes I see them in other people's chats. But they mainly do their own live streaming. Anyway, they did a collab today talking about, oh, look at this, guys. This is the sunset. Woohoo. That is bright. Bright. I'd love to stop and show you more, but we want to keep on walking, guys. And yeah, they were doing a collab and they were talking about the dark side of social media and YouTube. And like, you know, people being jealous and just some of the issues that come, you know, go by in YouTube. It was a really interesting watch, actually. I really enjoyed it. And what I did here, which is interesting, and I don't spend a lot of time, you know, I'm very selective of what I watch now on YouTube, because I'm not there much watching stuff. And you know, the silent lives that everyone used to do? Well, I think some people still do it. The silent lives where basically they're just, you know, silence. Nothing's there. And they've got like a bot saying, hello, say hello. Well, apparently YouTube has cottoned on that, you know, that's a bit of a rort. And they're starting to demonetize a lot of channels that do that kind of stuff. And I've been saying that for years, like not years, but like, you know, like for a while, I'm like, it doesn't make any sense why you do these silent lives. Well, there's no value in that. Like, what the hell? Anyway, and a lot of the AI apps that people use, they're just using solely AI to make, I think it's like, they didn't name names of the apps, but Red Room actually got demonetized. So because he was making money, right? He had to basically get the 4,000 watch hours up again to actually get monetized again. And he's got rid of all the AI content, all the silent lives. He was doing some of the silent lives. And he just said, you know, don't do those things because, yeah, you'll get demonetized. So that was kind of the first time I've actually heard someone in our kind of community, so to speak, kind of broader community, I don't really see them that often, talk about it because, yeah, I wondered, like, you know, if people can just put a camera in front of a screen of like a picture of a tiger, you know, like, what quality does that give anyone? It's just weird. Though in saying that, people probably come to my channel and go, man, you're just weird. But, you know, at least it's not AI, right? Like, you know, I do show you my face. I'm not showing your face. I mean, I will now. This is me. I'm a robot. I'm not a robot. But I'm walking, right? So it's not attractive when I'm just like, like a dog. That's right. Not that I care what you think, really, to be honest. Anyone in the chat, I really don't care. But yeah, it's just interesting, very interesting. Because I'm not going to name names of channels, but actually there was a person that used to come to my channel a lot. And they had 2 channels. And they are just solely doing silent lives. And I'm like, why are you doing that for? Like, what's the use? But anyway, they must get some watch hours. But that's what Coach Marine said. So basically, like, when you have to do silent lives to get watch hours, because, you know, people do jump on them eventually. If you're running it for like, you can only run it for under 12 hours. So if you do it for 11 hours, and, you know, 1,000 people jump on there and they watch it for a minute, well, it all adds up, right? There's watch hours without having to do any content or editing, which is friggin' amazing. But, like, if you have to do that to make content or to be monetized, then what are you going to do when you actually get monetized? Because then you've still got to do content, right? So it's an interesting point she made, and like, I've been thinking about it for ages, and I talk about it to Susan and a few of my friends, Jazz and stuff. We don't get it either. But I think it's also that Sono app. You've heard of that app Sono? A lot of people have been using that to make music. And I don't know, he didn't name names of the apps, but I reckon that's it too, because they're completely AI. It's like you just say, okay, I want a song about Dora exploring, and it pops out a song, right? And then it can also pop out visualization, like visuals too. So you've done nothing for it except just give it a couple of prompts, and then you chuck it on YouTube. So apparently that's what YouTube's getting their knickers in a knot about, and they're getting rid of all that kind of stuff, which I'm all for, because, like, you know, when you're creating content, it kind of does feel a little bit like I made a video. It took me like 2.5 hours to edit the goddamn video last night. And like, yeah, okay, it's not a masterpiece, guys. But it was, yeah, me going to a local show. It was fun. But then, you know, someone puts up a video that's completely AI and then they get like 1,000 views. You're like, oh, crap. No, not really. I don't think like that. But it does make me go, oh, man, I just wasted like, 3 hours of doing an edit. But like, it's not wasted. At least it's my record of my adventure. Whereas the AI stuff, what is it a record of? Not much. So it's very interesting. I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, if you want to find it, it's Coach Mean Reen and Red's Room. So if you check out both of those content creators, Red's Room is probably the easiest one to find. Red's Room, both American. You will find their collab together. The dark side of creating content, I think it was called. It was interesting. Okay, I'll put a few more things here. Hello from the Ukraine. Hello from the Ukraine. How are you? How's things going in Ukraine? I don't always believe, I don't actually, to be honest, I don't watch the news at all. But I like to find out from people who are actually living in the country than listen to the news. But how's things going in the Ukraine? Actually in Ukraine. Are you in Kyiv? I've never been. I would like to go one day. Probably not right now. But it's on the list. Look at the glow from the sunset. It would have just set. So it's going to get darker soon. Oh, the sleep streams. Oh my God, yes. All right, guys. Well, this is the closest you're going to see a koala today, guys. Those sleep screens are just really, yeah. So, it's good that YouTube are trying to clean up that kind of stuff. What I find interesting is the AI content on travel. Have you seen that stuff? Like, it's so nearly picture perfect. Like, you've got picture perfect, places. And you're like, is that, like, it looks like in China, where Avatar was kind of produced or made. I mean, this is a real place, right? But the footage that you sometimes see online on TV, you're like, is that real? Was that real or was it fake? It's hard to tell, but it's so picture perfect. You got to go, you know what, it's AI. So it's very interesting, like, AI has exploded everywhere in everything, right? Everything we do is AI. Well, not everything we do, but, So it's really interesting that what companies are doing to counter it, because, we're getting so smart for our own cooking ourselves that now these companies are like, you know what? No. Well, I mean, a lot of these AI channels were making a lot of money because they were getting watch hours. Because people are like, oh, this is interesting. And they're getting like, they're massive watch hours. And YouTube are probably like, why the hell are we paying people that are not even creative? They're just literally putting a prompt into an app. Well, kudos to them for doing it, and they got away with it for a long time. But it kind of makes it more fair for everyone else, right? It's like us competing with robots, really. Because, one day, well, let's face it, robots are taking over jobs. It's a sad reality. It's happening. How you going? right, we're about to walk out of the park, back to the car. We have nearly done 2 laps. And I want to tell you something, guys. When we got to the second thing here, where I kept on going around the other one, I was actually thinking about, you know what, let's just cut it short and go home. I was actually thinking that, guys, in my head. I was like, oh, I don't feel it. Don't feel it. I was like, no. Sometimes you just got to, you know, fight your mind. I was like, oh, I don't really feel like walking anymore. Because I went for a bit of a walk this morning on my live stream. I was like, oh. But no, I felt good. I feel good that we actually persevered. And someone's given me something. What does that mean? I don't know. Does anyone know what that... Did someone give me $5? I don't know how that works. Oh, Philip, hey mate, I didn't even see you there, buddy. How do I get... Where are you? Oh, sorry, whoops. Philip, how are you? I didn't even see you come through. And I've just stuffed up the chat, so oh, there you are. How are you, Philip? The Ferris wheel was so cool, yes. Why do people live stream they're sleeping? So weird. I know. There's one live running 9 hours a day of a haunted house with dolls on the chairs. The same setting for 6 months with up to 200 people watching. I have no idea why it's different. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, right. Is that a sunset? Yes, it was a sunset. It's not a sunrise. I'm in Australia. So Philip and Nicholas and I, we all live in Australia. So it's 10 past 5 in the afternoon on Monday afternoon. So if you're Northern Hemisphere, you'd be just waking up or going to bed. Like Maddie's just going to bed. Isn't that funny? So interesting, the time zones, eh? You just came on to relax, Philip. Well, Philip, unfortunately, I'm nearly about to finish my walk soon. We didn't see any koalas today, mate. We didn't see any koalas. But yeah, what did you get up to today, Philip? Did you do any work today? Nicholas has got here. Good on you, Dora. You're doing excellent, Dora. Go, Dora, go. Go, Dora, go. You know that song? Dora, Dora, Dora the Explorer. Oh my gosh. Actually, talking about AI, Clayton that comes to my chat sometimes, local reviewer Clayton, he made a song on that Sono app for me. I never used it though, because I just had a feeling that, you know, it's AI. Like, I didn't create it, right? And I don't think he pays for the app either. It's the free version. And so I just thought, if I used it, then, you know, I'm likely to get a slap later on in the future. I actually don't know if Clayton's still doing that, local review, because local review is doing a lot of them. There was a couple of channels that was doing a lot of that stuff, but I don't know if they're still doing it. Actually, you know what they were talking about? So, Philip, we're just talking about one of my friends on here, Coach Mean Reen. I don't know if you know her, Coach Mean Reen and Red's Room. They did a collab live stream this morning, and they're talking about the dark side of, you know, content creating, and like, you know, there's always bitching and complaining in, you know, in any business, I guess, or any, you know, places. Like, people get jealous and all that kind of stuff, and people steal each other's ideas, and, you know, whatever. It happens a lot, right? But they were talking about, I've just lost my train of thought then. Crap. I was going to tell you something, Philip. I just now cannot remember what I was talking about. Literally. Nope, lost it. Completely lost it out of my brain. I don't know. Don't know. Let me look at the chat and see if I can think of that. Strong, Dora, strong. There is nothing. Here is morning. I just started work. Where is you? Where's morning for you? Here is morning. So you're probably in the UK. UK's morning. It's all good. I'm just glad I popped in. I was practicing something that I'm hoping to audition for. Oh, cool. That's excellent. Nicholas and Philip saying hi to each other. Hey there. YouTubers know has been notified if AI has been used. So if you what? So if you use the left-hand corner of the short and it says AI now in Australia. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, for a while you've got to actually say if it's AI, right? But I think it's more to it, I really think, from hearing Red's Room talk about it this morning, they were kind of alluding to that, you know, the apps that, like, you don't do anything. There's no creation. It's not even your voice, right? It's not your voice. It's not your content. It's all AI generated. That's the stuff that apparently is getting tagged and YouTube don't like because they don't want to pay you for it, right? Think about AI, YouTube. YouTube's a money-making machine, right? They don't want to pay if they don't have to pay, right? This guy's doing a shadow boxing. I don't mind shadow boxing. See, this is what this guy's doing here, like just punch in the air. He's got some muscles, hasn't he? Yeah, I don't mind that in black, eh? I mean, I'm not going to buy a black car. I had a black car once upon a time for one of my work cars. We could request which car we wanted, what colour, and I wanted a black car. And yeah, that was a bad move from my part. It was dirty as soon as I drove it. I mean, when it's like spanking clean, it looks wonderful. But yeah, I'm happy with my grey car. I'm happy with grey. I didn't get to choose the grey with my car. It was the only one that was there. So I was like, yes, I want that car. It was in COVID times, right? Where like cars were like, you had to like wait hours, years and years to get your car. Well, guys, thank you for joining me for my walk. I'm going to pour myself a cup of tea. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stretch. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stretch. Oh, I need to stretch my legs. So, guys, I think I'm going to go. Philip's got here. Tina Arena was on 60 Minutes. Can I play some of the music of her song? And it was AI. Oh, really? Tina will be angry. Tina Arena was shocked when she heard that AI version of her voice. Oh, what did it sound like, Philip? Philip, you can sing, can't you? I think you can sing. I know you can act. So just bear with me, guys. I'm stretching myself out. Oops. Okay, I'm just trying to... There we go. All right. Okay. Oh. Whew. Man, I cleaned my car a week ago. It looks like I'm living in my car, guys. No offence if anyone's living in their car, mind you. You know, some people have to. But, obviously I'm not living in my car, but it looks like I'm living in my car. I've got so much shit everywhere. Ridiculous. But, that's a small world problem. I mean, a first world problem. All right, let me take my jacket off. Oh. Whew. Okay. That was good, guys. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna pour myself some tea. So, guys, I can sing. Man, I'm looking cross-eyed. Sorry, guys, I'm looking cross-eyed. I can sing. You. Oh, well, yes, you've already read that already. Philip has a good voice. How do you know Philip's got a good voice? Do you know each other outside of this world? T? Are you guys friends outside of this world? So guys, I've got snacks for my drive home. I made that this morning. I've got some cottage cheese for some carrots. I think I'm just gonna have a cup of tea, to be honest, first of all. I've got a half an hour drive to get home. Well guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for your donation, Philip. Good luck with your practicing for your, your audition that you're going to do. Hope you get it. Good luck. Not good luck. I mean, Nicholas, have fun project managing and your kitchen. I'm just giving myself a back massage, actually, like a shoulder massage. All right, guys, I'm going. Ciao. Thanks for being here. He must have watched one of my videos. So, Philip, do you have music on your videos? I have missed that. Looking at plantation shutters. Philip laugh. All right, guys, I'm out of here. See you later. Bye.